Located in my belly button is a very small scar. It's a reminder to me of how our journey began. What I thought was the flu turned into a life or death situation, resulting in emergency surgery to remove an ectopic pregnancy that I didn't know existed. I never knew how much I wanted to be a mother until I wasn't one. The pain of my scar was quickly forgotten the following year when my husband Chris helped to deliver our daughter. Her birth was flawless, and becoming parents was pure elation. Life continued, and we embraced parenting Nadia with all of our hearts. Chris has lots of tattoos. I especially love his full sleeve of Maori tribal work. One of the pieces, a heart in shape, speaks to me with its simple lines and sweeping curves. I love the way it moves with Chris's bicep and thought how great it would be to get the same piece myself, a heart to demonstrate our love. I had made up my mind to get that as my first tattoo when I found out I was pregnant for the third time. Both this pregnancy and the next would end early on. Many tests and consultations found no explanations. Growing up, my mother always said to me, "Meredith, when things are tough, just keep trying." Now, my doctor joined with my mother. "Just keep trying," he said. "You have a healthy baby. You'll have another." I became pregnant again, but devastatingly, we lost our son Gabriel in the 5th month of my pregnancy. My mind, overcome with fear, my heart buried in darkness, I left the hospital empty-handed, my body slowly developing scar tissue that would make future pregnancies nearly impossible. Our first 2 children's birthdays are hidden in my tattoo. January 11th for Nadia and October 19th for Gabriel. The tattoo on my back, from my neck to my waist and shoulder to shoulder, is of a peacock. The bird is surrounded by lilies, my favorite flower, and the one used to pay homage to the angel Gabriel. Hera, the goddess of motherhood and families, is said to have had her chariot pulled into battle by peacocks. Even after the death of our son, after delivering him and holding him and saying goodbye, we were not ready to give up on having another baby. I was desperate to be pulled by my peacock on my back into whatever battle lay ahead. The war waged on. My peacock led me to UCLA Medical Center, where I was treated by the country's premier specialist. "Your body is healed," Dr. Marsh told me after 3 surgeries and 8 trips to his clinic. "You can try again." This time it was 8 months in all before we won, and I was pregnant for the 6th time in 6 years. From the start, things were not going well. This pregnancy put a new meaning to the term high risk. So when I saw the ultrasound screen with a tiny grain of rice blinking very, very slowly, I knew this pregnancy was doomed. We had lost, the peacocks had stopped, and my chariot moved no further. All along, no matter what complication came our way, my mind would not give up, and I forced my body to keep going. For 6 years, a silent fear ate away at my soul. I was terrified we would raise an only child. Now, for the first time, laying on that ultrasound table, my heart whispered to me and said, "No more." My heart told me to change our battle plan, and instead of fighting so hard, it beckoned me to take off my armor and surrender. I found my heart leading me in a different direction. I realized our goal was parenthood, not pregnancy. We began to explore open adoption. We completed our portfolio and home study and began to prepare for what we thought would be a long, long wait. Just 6 months later, on Memorial Day weekend, my phone rang, and when I didn't answer immediately, Chris's rang. Nadia, now 6, said to me, "Wow, somebody sure wants to get a hold of you." It was the adoption agency. A baby had been born, and his mother wanted to meet us. Marshall came home with us just 6 days later from the very hospital where 3 years earlier we had said goodbye to Gabriel. My second tattoo is of the Egyptian goddess of motherhood and the afterlife. She is fierce and beautiful, loving and kind. I wear her on what I call my mama arm, the arm that carried my babies. Her headdress has 12 rows of feathers, marking the year our war came to an end. There are 2 dates hidden in the petals and leaves: April 21st, my husband's birthday, and May 26th, Marshall's birthday. Our family is now complete. I call Marshall my dream baby because he came true. He came true because in the midst of war, we walked off of the battlefield and into the light shining from our hearts.